On August 30, 2001, the Bougainville Peace Agreement was signed in Arawa, central Bougainville. Peace by peaceful means, a joint agreement between the government of the independent state of Papua New Guinea and the autonomous Bougainville government. It was intended to further the objectives of the Burnham Truce, Lincoln and ceasefire agreements, and other agreements and understanding between both parties. It was aimed to be implemented through consultation and cooperation. 3 pillars of autonomy, referendum and weapons disposal were set as guidelines for the referendum, which is to be staged in 2019. Several government delegations from mainland Papua New Guinea visited Bougainville to restore the government's trust and confidence to the people. Among them was Papua New Guinea's former Prime Minister, Bill Skate, who went to simply request hardliners and warlords to surrender their weapons. And that was documented in the ceasefire agreement. Women were at the forefront negotiating for peace. The peace monitoring group, comprising of Australia, New Zealand, Vanuatu and Fiji, were deployed into Bougainville in 1998 and monitored the peace agreement, reported on ceasefire violations and supported the peace process, and were also involved in the weapons disposal programs. They officially withdrew their mission in 2000 in a ceremony at the Independence Oval in Arawa.
And to our friends from the Pacific in PMG, we wish them all the best. Have a good break. We are proud that we got wonderful ambassadors outside.
The signing of the Bougainville Peace Agreement in 2001 allowed for the establishment of the autonomous Bougainville government in 2005, with Joseph Kabui elected as the first president of the autonomous region of Bougainville.
Today is a proud moment. Today, everyday Bougainville can really and truly say on same yes, we do have a government now.
It was a win-win solution, and since 2005, the full implementation of the peace accord has never been realized. One of the major issues was with grants owed by the national government to Bougainville. Chief John Momis, since elected as president in 2010, has been very vocal on matters concerning Bougainville, especially development grants.
That the national government doesn't seem to respect the Bougainville Peace Agreement, which stipulates that until Bougainville reaches fiscal self-reliance, the national government is bound under the Constitution to provide the funds.
In 2014, Prime Minister Peter O'Neill paid a goodwill visit to the autonomous region of Bougainville.
Especially this Pala government, by work close to the true one and President Bloyume, located up in big blood centers inside La Bougainville.
But the Joint Supervisory Body meeting is another aspect that gives value to the Bougainville Peace Agreement. Since May last year, there has been no meeting. The new Bougainville Affairs Minister and Central Bougainville MP, Father Simon Dumarino, says the JSB meeting will be a priority and should be the first agenda as the deadline looms.
I think this is the intention and issue is in our hands. So we will continue, because these are the decision makers to drive us to translate what is need to be translated in their discussion and in their meetings.
Meanwhile, President Momis reminded Bougainvillians that the signing of this important blueprint document paved the way for lasting peace on the island. Fabian Hakalits, National EMTV News.